just want to welcome everyone to the Stacey A. Cross podcast show. Whether you're listening now or later, it is always the perfect time. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Are you a comfort killer? Where are my comfort killers? Let's go. Fantastic day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. Whenever you are watching, it is always the perfect time. I am Stacey A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. If you put one in there, pull it back out, because the E stands for energy, dispensing indestructible energy since 1981. And guess what? Today's my birthday. So, happy birthday, Stacey. I just want to let you know that this is the new channel for Stacey A. Cross, who I am, and what I want to present to the world. And what I want to give to you, it's for men, it's for women, it's for 20-year-olds, it's for 30-year-olds, it's for 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, it's for all of you guys, because I know that my mission on life is to teach millions how to get uncomfortable. And as you know, once you take on the role as a teacher, you're automatically a student. You're automatically a student of life. Everyone in your space, your sector, is your teacher. Your mom is your teacher. See, a year ago, I started the Comfort Killers and, built a community online of just like crazy, punch you in your face, kind of unorthodox way of personally developing, like, get the hell up out of that bed, bruh. Okay? And I realized that certain people don't want to change. So I came to this point in my journey where, I was tugging at people, tugging at the ears, tugging at the neck and saying, hey, listen, why don't you change your ways? Why don't you change your life? You have so much potential. And people are stuck in this cycle and they don't want to change. And it's no fault of theirs. But I learned something valuable with that. And that was, you know what? Not everyone is at the point of change. So one thing that I do want to say is that if you're at the point of change, that's where we could kind of have a symbiotic relationship, because that's what I do, right? And I've changed my life. I was addicted to gambling for 9 years. Imagine, I'm actually, let's pretend I was at the casino. And a lot of people say, hey, listen, stay. Gambling? Bruh, it's not heroin. I'm like, man, the way I was itching to go to the casino, you would think I was addicted to heroin, but it's a real addiction. And any of you that's suffering from a gambling addiction, please reach out to my team, hello@thecomfortkillers.com. We'll just send you a nice resource to help you. What helped me? But definitely reach out. But it is a definite real live addiction and a real problem, and it caused so much problems in your whole life, right? The relationships, the spiritual being that you're meant to be, that's kind of blocked and fogged up, right? Your finances, forget it. I remember one time I printed out all the overdrafts in the banks. Like, I had like 2 bank accounts at that time. I printed out all the overdrafts. The overdrafts alone, I was like, wow, if this isn't like confronting and scary right now, and who am I, and just doing the same things over and over and over, and you know what that definition is. Pure insanity. So I definitely want to say thank you all for joining. It's going to be a hell of a experience, and I'm going to be your guide to personal development. But there's more to that than just coming on camera and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what, like, forget that, okay? What I'm here to do is say and learn from what I'm saying. So it's twofold. These videos help me, right? They help me communicate better, and something that I've always wanted to do. Just quick story on the communication piece. I remember I was so scared to stand up and speak in front of people. I don't know if any of you guys have this issue. Scared, like you feel it in your gut. You'd get nervous, and I'm like, why? We have a technique for that. So stay tuned. It's gonna be tons of shows. They're not gonna be too long, because I value your time. also value mine. So they're not gonna be too long. Let's look for about 10 minutes. Most I'll probably do 15 to 30, but they're gonna be short and sweet, and we're gonna talk about different topics, but we're gonna keep it so real and under the surface. And I think there's a lot of things that are too much on the surface right now. You know, if they tell you, you know, I'm saying they very loosely, but you know, if they share with you what technique is working, then at the end of the video, you're gonna have to buy a product, or you're gonna have to go into a funnel. That's fine, and I get it, because you know, I too have a funnel on. It's the starter pack. Matter of fact, click below. The link is below, and the starter pack is just a group of articles and resources that I put together. And I wanted to just give it to you. But I understand getting an email. I understand that logistics of it. But it's real. Like, it's real. People out here, they need real live information that changes. And one thing that I loved about how I changed was that, man, I got tons of valuable free information from all over. Some books I pirated. Don't tell these authors, okay? Don't tell the publishers. But I do understand investing in yourself, and there's another side to it. So you get to the point where you learned enough, and now it's time to invest in yourself. Today we're talking about self-image and how you look at yourself. You know, when you look in the mirror, who do you see? What do you see? Who are you? Because the real self-image is inside your subconscious. Now, there's two parts, you know, your consciousness and then your subconscious. Your subconscious directs everything. I mean, it directs your consciousness. And it's so, because it records everything. I mean, you don't have to be, it's not going to be up speaking to you. It's the habits, it's the behaviors, it's the intuition that you feel. Why do you say this and you don't say that? Why do you have this habit? These are things that are embedded in your subconscious. Why do you feel certain things about maybe an object? Let's say money. How do you feel about money? What's your fears around money? That's your subconscious. Your consciousness will say, hey, I'm gonna go spend this dollar. Okay, I'm gonna go spend this. But your subconscious knows exactly why you're spending it, or why you're feeling towards, you know, spending versus investing or whatever. So I aimed in my journey to build and reprogram my subconscious. Once I was awakened, and we're gonna share more about that later, but once I was awakened, I realized that, wow, I could actually direct this thing, direct this deep being, your soul, who you are, that just ties in with your DNA. And really, it's very hard, but look at all the things that kind of like recorded into your subconscious, you know, when you were a child. I mean, even when you were a baby in the tummy, right, in mommy's belly, you know, you would hear things, you would feel the feelings. These things it was getting recorded. So imagine that your mom had a bad time, you know, during her pregnancy. Maybe she just was suffering from, you know, maybe sickness or some condition, or maybe it was just some financial problems, or maybe you were a baby that no one wanted, and or maybe something else. Like, these are, and you're just a fetus. You're just a growing, developing inside the tummy baby. Like, you have no control over what's happening outside, but yes, these things affect you, and your subconscious is already alert and recording. And then you grow, you get out of the womb, hopefully, and you're out, and you're like, okay, I'm here now, I'm here on the earth. And as soon as you get out, it starts recording. And I mean, in recording how movements are, you know, that's how you learn. It's like, because honestly, if we could tie our shoes now, we don't have to think about, I'm going to move my hand, then this hand. It's natural, it's organic, it's habitual now, you know. So TV started, you know, you're watching cartoons, you're watching whatever your mom got on in the background, this thing starts recording in there. That's why I say don't sleep with the TV on, because your subconscious is always recording. And I know my cousin especially, she likes to watch horror flicks, right? And she'll fall asleep with the TV on. I'm like, don't do that, you know. And then you wonder why you're all nervous and shit, you know, like, come on. And then your friends, you know, school, your environment, your teachers, your family, of course, and just all of that recording. And then none of the thing is you. Like, you didn't have a choice. Like, if your parents were Catholic, you're Catholic. If your parents were, spiritual, maybe you got some spiritual influence, If your parents cared about business and investing, automatically you've gotten that kind of recordings from early on. And, not to say you're ahead or behind anyone else, it's always a good time to note that and then start reprogramming. So that's what this channel is about, and I hope that you're gonna stick with me because I'm crazy, man. I don't even have scripts. I feel like I have a point and then we'll just figure it out, and that's a part of helping me. And I want to help you. I do have a podcast I would love for you guys to subscribe to, and then after you listen to it, then what do? You leave a review, okay, on iTunes or whatever, those Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's the Stacey A. Cross Show, and we just supplement it. I go about 30 minutes on that podcast, so it's more. And also, I started a platform, and this platform was created behind just putting out videos and putting out content for individuals that are dominating life, that just want more. And this is the Comfort Killers Academy. It's not like a training, like a sales training platform where you go and you're like, oh man, I gotta get rid of objections. It's more of, I go out there, I scour the universe for information, things that I'm using, and I have a team of people. My mental and physical Rolodex is open to you. We have a monthly mastermind there. We have tons of valuable information, documents and resources, things that I've scoured and found, and I want to put it behind a locked vault. And the locked vault is the Comfort Killers Academy. So if you're interested in signing up to the Comfort Killers Academy, it's a good thing because it's $1 right now for a 3-day trial. So you can go in there, see what we're all about for $1. All you have to do is click the link below or go to academy.thecomfortkillers.com and it'll take you there. So I got some resources below. I got the Academy. If you're ready for that, jump in, dive in. More of me, more of my team, and we're gonna get real fancy. No, we're not. We're not gonna get fancy. We're just gonna keep it real, okay? How about that? And then we got the podcast link below, and of course, all my socials are below. Stacey A. Cross on everything. I am Stacey A. Cross. There's no E in my name.